Hi, my name is Kanisha Leggett, and I chose the models and frame of reference for Evelyn Sally, who underwent a cabbage times three. I chose MoHo, biomechanical, and applied behavioral. So, a little bit about Evelyn is she's a 70-year-old African American female who underwent a cabbage times three and is currently using 3 liters of oxygen and has a wound vac in place, coupled along with sternal precautions. She is currently using a rollator in order to transport her portable oxygen. The reason that I chose the Moho as my frame of reference was because it looks at the client as a whole. It combines not only the client's occupation, but also the volition and habituation, performance capacity, and the environment when considering these skilled interventions in order to assist the client overcoming the deficits. It is client-centered, widely used, and combinable with multiple other models. It works well for individuals. It is, of course, occupation focused, and it allows the client's needs to become a priority. Moho believes that change should be happening simultaneously within the individual. Every aspect of a person's interaction with their environment can produce a change, small or large, in their thoughts, feelings, and actions. MoHo incorporates the volition, which of course is the client's interests, values, and motivation. And for Evelyn, those values and motivation are her community involvement, assisting future generations in promoting self-efficacy, and also maintaining what she believes to be a necessity and remaining relevant within her community. Her habituation comes down to her roles and routines, which involve her social time with her family, her Zoom call with her sister in France, going out for social activities as far as shuffleboard and playing cards, her volunteering at a thrift store, as well as her volunteering at her local middle school. When we're looking at the environment, we're looking at both the social aspect of it and the physical. Socially, of course, that means going out to church, dinners, shuffleboard, card games, volunteering, all of these things which impact her motivation and her desire to be needed. When I'm looking at the physical aspect, I'm looking at the home layout, the thrift store layout, grocery store, inside her car, restaurant she attends, as well as the rec center where she enjoys her social activities. The performance skill aspect of this comes into play. Her social skills are intact. However, I noticed challenges in her processing and motor skills area. She's, of course, having motor skill deficits because she has sternal precautions in place which limit what she can and can't do. It also impacts her mobility, and the incorporation now of the oxygen limits her activity tolerance. When we're looking at her processing skill, she is reporting that she is taking her medication on time. However, we are noticing deficits of missed medication, not checking blood sugar or maintaining blood pressure. We're also noticing some non-compliance with wearing her oxygen appropriately and her body mechanics. So the biomechanical frame of reference is, of course, the most widely used, and it originates from the medical model approach. It looks at the application of physics on the human movement while considering the forces of gravity. This utilizes the application for everyday client tasks and occupation. OTs, of course, seek to understand the impact that range of motion, torque, pain, mobility, activity tolerance, and ergonomics have on the performance of a client's occupation. As an OT, of course, I am reviewing the current and ongoing deficits that Evelyn is having, as well as their impact on her occupation, and how I might be able to assist her through rehab, remediation, work hardening, and activity adaptations in order to improve her functional performance. The other frame of reference that I looked at besides the biomechanical was the applied behavior. Looking at that from the classical conditioning is the theoretical base. It is currently reviewed as, of course, the applied behavioral analysis or strategies. What I liked about this model was it focused on the problems that needed to be addressed. And it looked more at us either breaking and stopping unwanted behaviors or habits, and then forming or starting new behaviors and habits. And I believe this would be beneficial for Evelyn because there are several habits that we need to cease in order for her to begin healing and processing properly in her environment. Some of those habits are eating late night, eating in bed, napping continuously throughout the days when she doesn't have a social engagement, skipping exercise, not maintaining her medication, not monitoring her blood pressure, late night shopping, and also skipping out on some of her social activities that she believes force her to address some of her medical deficits. So, what I liked about the applied behavioral model is a habit or behavior that is learned due to reinforcement by ritual and role or cultural is called an operant condition. The client may need assistance, of course, in planning, strategizing, organizing, or identifying the causes of some of these unwanted behaviors. And in Evelyn's case, that's what we would be looking at. We would be trying to ensure that she knows what causes those stressors, and then we can address from there. We would be looking at incorporating some of the strategies that are used through the applied behavioral model, such as choosing positive and achievable goals, making sure that it's a client-centered intervention to address those unwanted behaviors, and then utilizing relaxation training, behavioral contracts, teaching new skills, incorporating technology, including her support system of her family and friends, trying new activities, and using a collaborative therapeutic homework. I believe that by incorporating several of those techniques, we would be able to bring Evelyn closer towards her ultimate goal of rehab and recuperation, as well as changing some of the unwanted habits in order to promote a healthier lifestyle. So overall, I chose the MOHO for my model because I think that it is all inclusive. I feel that it gives a holistic approach to looking and guiding my treatment. And then I utilize the biomechanic for the physical aspect of her rehab and the applied behavioral frame of reference because it provided me with some tools and techniques that I could utilize to assist her in changing and promoting a healthy lifestyle. Thank you so much for being with me. I hope I gave a thorough interview and information of Evelyn, and have a great day.